Well friends, so we're gonna put up this food waste disposer. Basically, this is an industrial one. The food goes down here sometimes when they're washing. They flick a switch, and when they flick the switch, it operates this so it gets rid of the food. But this one isn't working, so we're going with a new one that we just got from in here. And we're going to put it up here today. Okay, so one of the first things you want to do is to obviously concentrate on safety. And so we disconnect this plug here, thus disconnecting this, making it safe to work. Now the first thing I'm going to do is unscrew this to the waist before we tackle this main part. So this is very heavy. It doesn't look like it, but it's about what, 80 pounds?
I think so, yeah.
It's about 80 pounds. And you know, trying to navigate 80 pounds right here is not easy. So what we're going to do is stack some wood under here to act as a base to keep this propped up, make it easier to come down. We decided that there wasn't enough wood, so we're going to get a hydraulic car jack, put it under here. That will also enable us to bring it down easier. We have one accessible, so we're going to use that. Okay, so the first part will be to take the disposer away from the waste, and we do that just simply by pulling here a bit and turning at the same time. You see, and it's off.
Hold on. Let me jack it up just a little bit. Okay. That's barely, like, not even touching it, but it's close. So it would be this way, so I guess we'd loosen, right?
Okay.
So go towards...
Although it could have...
Can I say Ted Nugent to make you have to edit that part out?
Okay, so now we're going to twist it off carefully. Let me see, is this touching?
I left a little tiny gap. I can jack it up if you want.
That's stinky.
Do you want a mask?
No. Okay, here's the problem with this.
Obviously, make sure you don't get your fingers underneath the jack at all.
Just make sure you're centered, because remember it's coming down.
I'm not.
Yeah. Try it up again. And as I unscrew, you just come let it down a bit.
Yeah, I went way too far. Sorry about that. Tell me when to stop.
Yeah, let it touch. Yeah, that should be good. And then, alright, it should have dropped there.
Can I get a loosen
Let
just
it
a little
down.
bit?
Yeah, let it down. A bit.
Try to go really slow.
Alright, there you go. See, it's off. And now we can slide it away.
Yeah, let me move this stuff out of the way. There's no bolt on this JB, just so you're aware. You got it?
Yep, I'm holding it.
Alright.
Alright, stop there. Okay, the unique thing about this disposal, when you buy this, it doesn't actually come with the cord or the plug. So we have to remove this from here and put it here. And of course we have our electrician to do his magic. So he's gonna show us how that is done.
So, gonna take this cover off, remove the electrical cord out of the connections, and then take this cover plate off and reattach it. Pretty straightforward. Got the nut driver to help me. Try not to lose these bolts. It's stripped, so let's find another one.
Why don't you use a drill?
That one's so seized because this drill
Use mine.
isn't as good as yours.
Wait a second. You took mine already?
No, yours is here somewhere. I think I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Gross. Oh well. Gross. Don't want to lose stuff. This is actually, if you look at it in the United States, that's a 240 volt. We call it 220. It's got a little different angle on it, so you can't let the white wire deceive you that it's just a neutral. They can, I believe these units can be 120, yeah, 115 or 230. But because this plug-in is like this, to know it's 240 volts. If you went back to the breaker panel, it's on a 2-pole breaker. But this manufacturer lets you do either or. It's more efficient if it's higher voltage. There is a ground here, and you can see it's nice. It wasn't even connected, so we're going to make that a lot safer. Looks like it got all rusted out. Hopefully they used the right thread count when they installed this. If these are brand new, those are brand new. Usually you just put this piece in and then you can run the wire through, but I have a feeling since we're using it so sealed together, we're just gonna keep it connected. So this one should be done. Say goodbye, old disposal. I'll do that in a minute.
That one looks like it's screwed in from lack of use. I want to snip that.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut all of those and make fresh connections for us and new wire nuts. Don't use the old wire nuts. These ones I don't want to lose. Now that I'm done with that old one, I'm gonna go ahead and remove those. Now fresh and clean now. those options. I'm going ahead and putting the cord back in, the one we were using, so we don't have to go buy a new one. Get the wires in, and twist, 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 forever. Forever. Now I'm wondering if I should do a strain relief. Gosh. Just gonna do it this way. If it was all brand new, you would put just this piece on first and then put the cord through, but in this situation, it's gonna take a little longer. And hold the cord up like this. Oh, sorry, dude. Did it break it?
Nope. It's a GoPro made for tough.
Go GoPro. Send us money.
We should.
Come on, get started. Gotta be careful when you start these. You don't want to cross thread. That feels good there. Should use a crescent wrench, but we'll be slow. JB's favorite tool.
We're going to cut. I'll hold this up. It'll make it easier fitter.
Thank you. Jeez, I hope I didn't cross thread that.
And it isn't just the U. No, it's BYU and it's UMass.
Shouldn't be that hard.
I don't think the last one went in all the way.
I'm not a fan of how hard that is, but it's in. There's threads in. As long as it has a seal, and it has a seal.
Normally that it's just electrical. It's not like it's
No
not handling water or liquid.
No
or whatever.
water coming through. So I'm gonna do that there. If you want to show in there, we're gonna this little ground wire here. I'm gonna wrap it around that screw clockwise. Get that done first. So I've pre-stripped it, got them ready. Now I'm gonna work on getting that out. I'm happy we're not doing that other one. So you want to you want to wrap the wire clockwise the same way the screw's going, so it's tightening the wire down, not the opposite. You're recording, right? Now you can see all of these different wires. It's important to look at the manual and make sure that you're using the same diagram of whatever's supplying you. This manufacturer makes it for single phase, 3 different varieties, as well as 3-phase, all the way up to 480, 460. We're in this world right here, and we're this one. But luckily, if you look close, they're the same. And then on each of these wires, it's hard to find, but there is, like this is wire 4. There's wire 4. So we spent some time and went through, used the O's disposal as a reference as well, and made sure that we got the right wires. I went and taped them together, and so now the ones there like that's just showing you put those together and put a wire nut on them, put those together, and then the main feeds are line 1, line 2. I'm going to do that now.
Something to point out too is that Sean has put the ground here. This green screw is actually for the ground. On the last one over there, they put it on the outside and it ended up getting corroded. wire.
So
And it wasn't even necessary to do that, and there's a gong inside to protect it, and the metal to shield it.
it's
Maybe they just weren't paying attention. I don't know.
probably lazy, didn't have the thing. Who knows? We can assume whatever. But I've gone ahead and added a little tape here so I don't get confused. In the end, this is very important. You don't want to be doing this after when it's already up, because you're on your back and it's almost impossible. You have to take the whole thing off. So I checked, JB checked, should have all the wires correctly. Cut these off. You want to be careful not to use too tight of a hole, then you just cut the wires. I've done this enough that I can look at wires and pretty much know. A way to check is to see if any strands come off, you're okay. Put them together, wire net them. I don't know what the awesomeness of this manufacturing company is, but to make the disposal run correctly, they've indicated Salvador. They've indicated to wire these three together, so read the instructions, it's okay. But tuck those in. I like to pull on the wires to make sure nothing's loose, because that'd be a nightmare as well to have one of these just pop out. Use new wire nuts, get them in. Do this next one, I've taped them together according to the specs. We also confirmed with the old one and made sure, because it is the exact same model, so we're lucky. You'll see when we mount the disposal, it's nice to have all the same hardware. We don't have to replumb it. Okay. So those are good, I checked them. Now let's connect into these. Because these, don't let the white wire deceive you, it's not a neutral. I could get some red tape and tape it. This is 120 volts, this is 120 volts coming from the panel. And it doesn't matter now. If it was 120 volts, it would matter what you hook this up to, but it doesn't in this situation. So I'll get them close to there. I kind of like them. I'm gonna do it again. I like them closer. Once you get those in, pull on them, make sure nothing's coming out. That would be also a big nightmare. They want the disposal to work. Now you can see it's nice and clean. We can button it back up if I can find the plate that I didn't lose on purpose.
Looking for the screws?
I hope I put them in my pocket. I was just about to say how important it is to put all the screws in a place where you don't lose them, and here I've gone ahead and not followed my own advice. Now I'll put the cover back on. Look how lovely that looks, all clean.
This is a screw that they mounted the ground onto last time. That's incorrect.
I don't know if you might want to show that at some point of how corroded that got.
I think I did.
Did you? It's
If not, let's take a walk over there and you'll see the old one.
don't do that.
That's where they screwed it on there, and it got corroded. This is on the outside, and water and
All of the nastiness.
wiring and metal does not mix.
All right. As far as I can tell, oh, the last piece, of course, it's old strain relief. It's kind of overkill, but it's fine. We'll get it. Cord is secure. I believe we are ready to reattach. Use the old hose clamps. Looks like they gave us one hose clamp, so we'll have to do some plumbing stuff to make sure that we have all the right hose clamps. And then this should, once we get the plumbing, suck right up in and twist back on. Looks like they gave us. Are we taking this piece off?
So this part here is new. This part here is the old one. So this inner part here, we need to take it out and put it here before we put it back onto the sink. So that's what we're doing.
So I'm doing the right thing.
Okay, so we got off this rubber from here, and this does not come with the kit, with the actual compactor, so we need to put this back here and then clamp it down.
We got this from the old one. Took that out.
So if you're going to replace one of these, you want to make sure you keep the old parts. Okay, so this is not easy to get in here. You can get a flathead, kind of pry it and twist it as you go. And that's the best way I could recommend getting this here, because it's not easy. And sort of turn it as you put it in. We're recording that.
What's that, Jess?
That's gonna be on YouTube.
Jess?
Okay, so that's how we got it on. Signet flathead and this. Okay, so now that the cover is on, we're gonna put it on top of this and then move it to the sink. Okay, so we're gonna roll it and put it right under.
Like, so going up?
Go up.
Is that close enough?
Yep. And the nice thing about this is we're using hydraulics, so it will fit snug inside of it without us having to pressure it in. Go ahead.
Do you want me to keep going?
Go ahead.
Give it some more help.
Yeah, go up a bit. Make sure it's in there. Okay, yeah, it's
Stop
in.
right there.
Yeah, the whole sink is moving. So that's one way you can tell.
Do you want me to come down?
Not yet. You need to tighten this.
That's right. Do we need to twist it before you tighten it? Or does it matter?
Shouldn't. One of the things that we didn't do here, that you can always do, is add a little grease, just a little bit. Helps everything move in to where it's supposed to be, and also seals. But we didn't do that. We have a busy day today. So should be good enough to just let it down slightly.
Slightly?
Yeah.
You know it likes to go, so. More?
Keep going.
Do we need to twist it at all?
We have to get it back in here, but keep going down. I just want to make sure this is on properly.
I think it's totally off at this point.
Right.
But you remember how we twisted the whole thing? We didn't need to do that?
No,
Really?
it went into its groove.
Oh, like when we pushed
When
it,
we were twisting was to get it out of the groove.
but it's in the...
Oh, this had 2 clamps. Where's the other clamp?
It must be. I think it's on the old one. Yum.
Oh, you took it off? Although this came with 1 clamp, when I was taking it off I remember it had 2 clamps, so just to be safe, you can't have too many clamps, but you're making sure to put back the other one.
You want this one too, or just one?
Ah, dang this.
I don't think we need two. Do we?
We have to. It comes with 1.
Oh, it does? So you don't need it. This one, okay.
Oh.
Now the fun
It went in so easy last time, not struggling. Right. I like the slow multi tool.
Nice. Need to buy you one.
Has all the attachments here and on the back.
And you can twist this.
And acts like a socket.
And you can twist this thing so it's like a ratchet either way. So if you twist this one, you can go all the way right, and now it loosens. You go all the way left, it tightens, and then the middle, it's just a stubby screwdriver either way.
It's nice. Okay, so now that that's done, it's time to test it out. Make sure it actually functions as it should. First we plug it in.
You almost said fortunes.
Alright.
Oh, don't do this, because that's not going to work and we're going to cry.
So, water comes through here. So first thing we're going to do is check for leaks. Make sure it's not leaking.
Maybe I'll do this. Can I do the honor?
Go ahead.
You plug it in?
Very quiet. The last one was very noisy. This one is new and it's efficient. And that's how you put in a food compactor.